Hello. Oh, I look a hot mess. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another wonderful video with me. So for this video right here, I'm going to be showing you guys how I create my flawless looking face. I get a lot of comments and a lot of compliments on how nice my skin looks underneath my makeup and how flawless my skin looks while I'm wearing my makeup. And I'm just going to be showing you tips and tricks on how to make your skin look flawless as well. So the first thing is your skincare. Skincare is very, very, very important. I have no skincare. I'm blessed with skin that doesn't need to be maintained all that much. Never really had problems with pimples or big large pores. I've just been just blessed in that manner. I do moisturize. I make sure I moisturize because I have very, very, very dry skin. That's something I can say. My skin is very dry. So I do like to moisturize at night and during the day as well. So that's the first thing I usually do right before I put my makeup on, is I will moisturize my face. So for primer, I go in with my, excuse me. For primer, I'm going to be using my Smashbox Primerizer. Right here, I love this because it literally is exactly what it says. It primes and it moisturizes your face at the same time. It is cold as heck here in Pennsylvania right now, so my skin is super, super dry, especially my face. So this is the perfect product for me right now. I take about 3 pumps and I just put it all over my face. Oh, and if you guys are wondering about my current eyebrow routine, I will definitely link that down below or pop it up at the top of the screen, here or here, whichever one. I'm not 100% sure, but it will be somewhere for you to click if you are wondering how I created or how I do my brows, since I'm not doing them on camera. So now that my face is primed, I'm going to go in with my foundation. So for the foundation, I'm going to use today, I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to go with my HudaBeauty foundation. Just give me 1 second while I get that for you. So for my foundation, I'm going to go in with my HudaBeauty foundation, and this is in the shade Bakalva 340G. I actually think this is kind of a little bit too dark for me, but we'll make it work. And I do about 2 pumps. This is a very full coverage foundation. So it's very full coverage and it's very matte. So that primerizer is going to be amazing with it. And I just like to dab it all over my face. And I like to take my sponge, and this is the e.l.f., I think, Flawless Face Sponge. And I'll take the excess, well, some of the excess off the back of my hand, and I will start blending this all over my face with my sponge. And I like to use a sponge rather than a brush because I feel like it blends much more seamlessly for me with a sponge, and it's actually much more quicker and easier for me with a sponge than it is with a brush. Get into those nose crevices. All right. And once your foundation is blended to perfection, I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer. And this is in the shade Cookie Dough 14N. I do like to have my concealer shade to be a tad bit lighter than my foundation shade. I like to have that brightness underneath my eye. And I've actually just recently discovered this concealer and I absolutely am in love with it. It's like so full coverage, but it's not cakey. And it will literally conceal all parts of death that you have going on in your face. So going in with that same sponge, and I am just blending that concealer in. And another thing I love about this concealer is that it literally blends like a dream. It takes 2 seconds to blend your under eye area. Literally 2 seconds. And you know me, if it is fast and easy, that's my type of tea. Now to set my face, I'm going to actually go in today with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Banana Powder. I've actually never used this stuff before, and I've heard wonderful things about it. So I'm actually kind of excited to try it out. One of my favorite YouTubers actually used this the other day when she did a full face of Wet n Wild, and her face looked absolutely stunning. Stunning. Her name is OMG Lashes. I will have her page link down below if you guys are interested in watching her. I think she's so amazing. Her blending skills are on point. So to set my face, I like to go back in with my sponge and make sure I get those under eye creases. And then I will dip my sponge in the cap of the powder and start setting my face or my under eye with my sponge. Actually used to set I usually normally set my entire face with my sponge, but recently I've been really enjoying just setting it with a powder brush. So I'm just going to take this big fluffy powder brush. I think I got this from like Walmart or something, and tap my brush in the cap, do the excess, and then tap it all over my face, just to set the rest of it. I like to make sure I feel my face a little bit, just to make sure that everything is nice and set. So after I set my face, that's when I like to go in with my bronzer, which is my absolute favorite thing to do in the planet. And for my bronzer today, I'm going to go in with my Cheekleader Bronze Squad palette, and I'm going to take the shade Caramel, And I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush right here. And I am just going to go ham on the bronzer. You know, contour that double chin out a little bit. And then normally this is how I would, like, you know, go about my regular day. But, you know, for video purposes, I'm going to do the whole shebang of the face. So for blush, I'm going to be going in with my Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Blush in Mauve Sunrise. This stuff is amazing. This is like one of my, well, like, this is like my favorite blush right now. And I'm not much of a blush person. And I'm going to take my Luxie blush brush right here. And I'm just going to push the bristles in and lightly blend this blush into my bronzer. Now for highlight, I'm going to go back into my Cheekleader palette here, and I'm going to go in to the shade Cookie. And I'm just going to take this brush. Doesn't have a specific name. And I'm going to highlight the high points of my face. Look how blinding that is. I love this highlighter. This highlighter actually has become my holy grail highlighter. Oh, and FYI, I will be posting a holy grail favorites video next week. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited for that video. It's going to be like my first holy grails, like, favorites video. Oof. All right. And then last but not least, I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to be using my, for today, I'll use my Make It Last Milani setting spray. This literally does what the name says. It will make your makeup last 4 hours. And for lips, I'm going to be going in with my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Lier. And then I'm just going to go in with my Tarte lipstick in the shade Sunkissed and just concentrate that right in the center. And if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on how I really overdraw and, you know, make my lips look nice and plump and juicy and delicious, I will also link that video down below or have it pop up in the screen somewhere here. So that is all for today's video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below if you did. Let me know what you guys think. Give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.